It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Austin. It's the Browns and the Desperados, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Austin Desperados. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the...
For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their caller.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Handoff here to Nwangu. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, Dempsey. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he's brought down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Dempsey. Got a man. It's Waddle complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves, and that...
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Browns are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff, Sermon, and he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the handoff, Sermon, and a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He has a big thank you to say to his defense. He threw the interception, then boom, the defense gets it back.
But the ebb and flow of a game is something else, isn't it? But you made an excellent point. A big thanks is owed to that defense. They went out there on what we call sudden change after a turnover and didn't give up anything. In fact, took the ball away and set them up again. Really nicely done.
So a clean slate and a mulligan. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dempsey. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back to throw again. It's brought in by Harris. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. On the give is Nwangu. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Dempsey. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Dempsey. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. On second down, it's Sermon. Powers through him. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Lawrence on third down. They set up the screen for Sermon. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Sermon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Cook. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. This is Sermon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And they'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's a game of 10. 1st down, Cleveland.
We're scoreless after 1. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a run with Sermon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Trey Sermon. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Trey Sermon who polished it all off with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Austin's offense ready to go again. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dempsey throwing deep for Murray. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Off-play action. Dempsey. Over the middle, complete. It's Murray. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On the run is Nwangu. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dempsey shoves him aside and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Here's Nwangu. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Dempsey. They'll find a man over the middle. Tutu Atwell. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. They'll run with Nwangu. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Dempsey. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Dempsey. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Now it's Sermon, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On the draw is Sermon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Sermon. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Get me! Let's go! Let's go!
Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it. And it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Milton Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. They give to Sermon out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Lawrence. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour. They run. Here's Sermon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, Sermon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 71 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Lawrence. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brevin Jordan there to make the grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Austin's offense ready to go again. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. On first down, Dempsey. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Dempsey. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. From the 29, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. This to the outside, it's Sermon. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And this will be caught by Brown. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Joseph Osai. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New York Giants. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for our home team, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Get ready. Get ready.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
They run a draw here on second down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Dempsey. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dempsey. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Dempsey. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Dempsey drops this off with Nwangu. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A tackle made there by Caden Stearns.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 3rd down, Dempsey. Open man is Atwell, complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They come up short here on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Milton Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a handoff. Sermon. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Over the middle here to Brown. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lawrence will throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
But listen, when you've got the lead, There's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Off the option, it's Sermon.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That'll be complete to Sermon.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Now Lawrence. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Lawrence.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Again, it's Sermon.
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Austin.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Jay Tufele
coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Lawrence.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Chauncey Golston picks up his second sack of the afternoon. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Looking to throw. Dempsey throwing deep for Murray. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. To throw again on second down. Lawrence. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Browns on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that'll set them back 5. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Now Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Austin's offense ready to go again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing on 1st down, Dempsey. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st and 10, Dempsey. Harris has it over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw. Dempsey. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Dempsey. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Back to throw. Dempsey. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Nwangu.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down, Dempsey, and it's caught. Touchdown.
Tutu Atwell there to make the grab. And the Desperados have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
On the option to give to Sermon here.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On the counter, Sermon.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Browns send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Murray.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37.
The Cleveland Browns are AFC champs. As we say goodnight, everybody.